You ever sit down to watch Corrie and think, right, they're really going for it this week? Well, brace yourself, because this one's got everything. There's a wedding that ends with sirens instead of confetti, a lad cracking under the weight of a guilty secret, and a proposal that might just turn into a lifeline. We've got affairs bubbling over, a dodgy scam in the garage, and one mum who's about to find out her husband's been hiding more than just paperwork. Elsewhere, we've got family tension boiling between a father and son who've only just found each other, a copper making a gesture that leaves someone completely floored, and a new relationship already showing signs it might be more dangerous than romantic. And just when you think that's enough, someone starts swiping on dating apps, while someone else is quietly watching their mum like a hawk, convinced she's up to something shady. 9 big spoilers, each one packed with drama, heartache, and a few surprises you won't see coming. So stick the kettle on, or pour a glass of something stronger. Here's what's happening on Coronation Street from Monday, 4th August to Friday, 8th. Let's get into it. Spoiler 1. Bernie collapses at her own wedding. Alright, we're kicking things off with Bernie and Dev's big day. Or should I say, big disaster. Now look, Bernie's no stranger to chaos. But this one's a bit much, even for her. She's already had to settle for a quiet hen, due after spending the money on suits for Dev and Aadi. And just when you think things might calm down, what do the lads do? Hire a pole dancer down the Rovers. Classic. To top it all off, Dev's Aunt Ronnie turns up mid-performance. Imagine the shame. But Bernie's trying to keep it together, right up until she forgets her lucky locket, the one with Paul's photo. She nips back home to fetch it, and walks straight into a burglary. Honestly, give the woman a break. Anyway, she finally makes it back and Kit walks her down the aisle, which is lovely. But then, bang, mid-ceremony, Bernie clutches her chest, struggles to breathe, and collapses. Ash is the first to help, Gemma's already calling the ambulance, and back home, Chesney's watching the stream when it suddenly cuts out. The panic hits everyone at once. So now the question is, will Bernie be alright? Or is this another tragedy waiting to happen? Spoiler 2. Aadi tells the truth, and it's bad. Next up, Aadi. You know that sick feeling when you've messed up, and it's all finally catching up with you. That's where he is this week. He's been spiraling since that wild summer party, and now he's drunk, angry, and hiding from Lauren. Theo and Gary find him slumped outside the builder's van, and in classic soap style, he ends up cracking his head. But here's the big moment. Lauren finds him at home, and Aadi finally tells her the truth. He admits she drank his spiked drink by mistake. LSD in the lemonade. That's what caused her terrifying hallucinations of Joel. And he's kept this secret while they've been growing closer. Lauren's reaction, as you'd expect, hurt, furious, confused. And when Aadi tells Dev and Bernie too, let's just say they don't take it lightly. Is this the end for Aadi and Lauren? And with rumours swirling of Aadi's potential exit, could this be how he goes? Spoiler 3. Debbie pops the question, again. Now here's a bit of light and love, amongst the drama. With Bernie's wedding on pause, Debbie grabs the mic at the bistro and belts out, hopelessly devoted to you. Iconic behaviour. But that's not even the headline. She gets down on one knee and proposes. Again. To Ronnie. They've been through so much recently, especially with Debbie's dementia diagnosis. Things haven't been easy. And we know this storyline is going to get even heavier. But for now, in this moment, Ronnie says yes, they're kissing, and there's real joy on the screen. They deserve that. We all do, now and then. Spoiler 4. Abby finds out the truth about Carl and Kevin. Right. Now this one's messy. We've seen Abby slipping further into dangerous territory with Carl, but this week the cracks get even wider. Abby's been sneaking off to meet Carl at the hotel. Meanwhile, Kevin's none the wiser, thinking she's just been stressed. But then, Abby spots a message on Carl's phone, and he owns up to an illegal Meti scam. He's been using Kevin's garage to pull it off. Worse still, Kevin already knew. Turns out, he and Carl made a deal to keep it from Abby until Kev got his test results back. Nice, eh? Abby's livid. Rightly so. Carl's still lying, Kevin's covering it up, and she's stuck in the middle, pretending she's got the flu to dodge Bernie's wedding. Later in the week, she meets up with Carl again. And yep, they kiss. It's passionate, it's dangerous, and it's clear that Abby's on the brink of blowing her life up. Again, thing is, Jack and Kev are all excited about this big family holiday Debbie's booked. So when Kev walks in and finds Abby all dolled up, will he put 2 and 2 together? This could really shake things up. Alright, if you're still with me, thanks for sticking around. We're only halfway through, and already it's absolute carnage on the cobbles. If you're enjoying this spoiler chat and want more updates each week, give us a quick subscribe and hit that like button. It helps more than you'd think, and it means we can keep talking Corrie every week with loads of drama and no filters. Back to the madness. Spoiler 5, Kit's hopes for Brody hit a snag. So Kit's trying his best. He wants to bond with Brody, take him to the footy, give him a proper father-son moment. But this week, it all starts to fall apart. Sally and Tim spot bruises on Brody's mum Joni, and they call social services. That sends alarm bells ringing. And Kit starts to worry what Brody's life has really been like. He invites Sarah along to lunch with them, hoping to introduce his girlfriend to his son. But let's just say it doesn't go well. Brody's behaviour, a bit unpredictable. Sarah's reaction, understandably awkward. Kit's trying, but sometimes that's just not enough when years of damage have already been done. Spoiler 6, Lisa's gesture melts Carla's heart. Bit of a softer one now, and honestly, it's just nice to see Carla happy for once. She's still dealing with all the fallout from recent months, and Ryan's been a good support. But now, Lisa Swain steps up and does something lovely. After seeing how tough things are for Ryan and how much Carla cares, Lisa invites Ryan to move in with them. Just like that. No drama, no pixage. Just a kind, thoughtful gesture. Carla's properly touched. For a second, it feels like the old Corrie, where people actually help each other. Let's hope this one sticks, yeah. Spoiler 7, Theo's dark secret starts to unravel. Right, now we get to Theo, and it's starting to look dodgy. Real dodgy. He gets jealous when Todd spends time with Summer, makes a fuss when Todd has a go on the pole at the Stags, and then storms out of a chilled pizza night to sulk in the pub. But the real twist comes later in the week. Gary gives him a lift to a social worker meeting, but before he gets there, PC Jess intercepts him. Apparently, there's an incident at the precinct, and they need to question Theo. Then Billy sees him in a police car, and when the social worker starts asking questions about his history, including something violent from his past, Todd starts to panic. Is Theo hiding something darker than we thought? Or is this the beginning of another emotional roller coaster for poor Todd? Spoiler 8. Jenny's got a crush, but he's sweeping right. Jenny Connor, everyone's favourite landlady, is caught off guard this week. She's clearly crushing on George Shuttleworth. They've had nice moments, and he's been helping out more and more. But Glenda's had enough of George moping over Eileen, so she signs him up to a dating app. Thing is, Jenny walks in as it's all happening, and she doesn't hide her disappointment very well. Still, she invites George for dinner, maybe hoping to see if there's something there. Problem is, George is clueless. Will Jenny say how she really feels, or let this one pass her by? Spoiler 9, Ames got her A on Trace. And last, but not least, it's Tracy Barlow, never one to act without an agenda, and this week, Amy is clocking every word. There's a family dinner with Ken, Steve, Tracy, and Cassie, and Tracy suddenly says she wants a peaceful divorce. Says it's all for Amy's sake. Steve, bless him, is just relieved. But Amy's face says it all. She doesn't trust it. And you know what? Neither do we. Tracy's never done anything without a backup plan. So what's she really after? Money? Revenge? Something more personal? Watch this space. So there we are. One emotional collapse, 2 secret affairs, and enough confessions to keep every family on the cobbles falling apart by Friday. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Bernie's going to be alright? Is Abby headed for heartbreak all over again? And what's Theo really hiding? If you made it this far and you love talking soaps as much as we do, give us a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. We're here every week with all the drama, all the gossip, and all the shouting at the telly moments you need. See you next time, and as always, keep watching Corrie. You never know who's going to mess it all up next.